Oh, happy Tuesday. We are in the middle of July in Florida and it is hot as you know what. So I decided to start this month with cold soup. Today we're gonna make a Vichyssoise. Vichyssoise is a chilled potato leek soup with Idaho potatoes, peeled, leeks, which are in the onion family, chopped garlic, and then I shaved the other half of this leek and we're gonna fry them so we have some crunch in our chilled potato leek soup. Also, chicken stock. What do you say we get leaking this potato out? This is a leek. Leeks are in the onion family or the lily family. They are dirty because they grow in the ground. So what you need to do first is cut them in half and then cut them small and then soak them in water so you can get all the sand out of it. Nobody likes gritty soup. So we move them around so that we spread out the layers. That way the dirt frees from the leek. That being said, we're gonna take we have to cook this soup. Eventually we're gonna chill it and that's how we're gonna eat it. So first, a little bit of oil and we're gonna saute all of our vegetables, garlic, onions, and that's right, leeks. You wanna do it over slow heat because you don't want to put any color on the vegetables. You wanna keep them as translucent and white as you can. So that's why we're gonna put a little salt in it, of course, because we wanna bleed out the moisture from the veggies. We're just gonna saute that slow. I'm gonna put a lid on it. That way it kind of steams and sautés all at the same time. While that's happening, I'll show you what I did. I took the leeks and then with my knife, after I cut them in half, I shaved them with the knife. So we shave them, make a julienne as thin as you possibly can without losing your fingers. And that is this. Now we're gonna take our julienne of leeks and we're gonna put it into a bowl. We're gonna take just a drop of heavy cream, just enough to coat the leeks. And then we're gonna coat the leeks in the cream, a light coat. And then we're gonna dust them with flour. And that's gonna help our leeks become crispy when I fry them right now. So I have a 300-degree fry later. We're gonna lift our leeks out of the flour because we don't want all the flour in fry later. And then we're just gonna sprinkle them around. That way they are separated so that they all crisp up at the same time. Give it a little shake. They're only gonna take a few minutes. When they're golden brown, they're done. So while that's happening, we got our veggies sweating. I'm gonna shave a peeled Idaho potato into the vegetables. Watch your fingers, watch your fingers, watch your fingers, watch your fingers. The potatoes are gonna act as a thickening agent as well. So you don't have to add any starch, keeping it gluten-free if you so desire. Leeks. Almost. Now we have our potatoes and our sweated vegetables. We're gonna add a little bit of white wine. Just a little bit, because I don't want it too acidic. I want to be able to taste the leeks, taste the onions, taste the garlic. And then my chicken stock. Turn up the heat. I'm gonna add the chicken stock. And then we're gonna cook this until the potatoes are soft. That's why I cut them thin. Leeks are done. They're like onion shoestrings. So then we're gonna put them onto a towel, drain off the oil, and then we're gonna season them with a little bit of salt. And now, once the potatoes are soft, we're gonna go to the blender. And they are, that's why I sliced them thin. So now we're gonna take the whole mixture and put it into the blender. I'm gonna add about a cup of heavy cream to it. Because you want it to be an even, silky, smooth puree. A couple shots of pepper. Now, tricky part, because the liquid's hot, I'm gonna turn the blender on and it's gonna blow all over the place unless you pulse the blender first, just to get some of the steam out of it. And now you're good to go. Ugh. Another tricky part, after I turn this off, because of the pressure and the air in the blender, it's gonna bubble up. And maybe, so don't look at it. Put the top back on. All right. Now we're gonna put it into a metal container. I'm gonna put it into the refrigerator so that it cools fast and even. See that? Nice, smooth, silky puree. Now we're gonna put this in the refrigerator for about an hour. As soon as I find a spot. That's gonna take about an hour or two. So you can make this a day before. You can make it in the morning before your lunch. Now we let it chill. So I've transferred it to a plastic container after it's chilled with a lid, and then we just pour it into the bowl as much as you so desire. See how it's nice and creamy, smooth, creamy. Now we're gonna garnish it with our scallions, because everything's in the onion family. Everything's in the lily family, in the onion family. Leeks, scallions, shallots, garlic. And then we're gonna garnish it with our crispy leeks. Make a little pile of them right in the center there. And there we have it, the first cold soup of the summer. Vichyssoise.